Greetings to all our SiddharBoomi viewers. We will start the program with a small invocation. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hello everyone. We welcome you to the world of ALP Astrology. I am Mrs. Nithya Shankar, ALP Astrologer, joining you from Chennai. In conversation with me is Mr. Santhakumar. He'll introduce himself.
Good morning to all. This is Santhakumar from Chennai. I am a nutritionist basically, as well as an astrologer. I have been practicing past 2 years with ALP. Thank you, madam, for the introduction.
Yeah. Okay. Today, we will actually discuss about ALP, its basic concepts, and how even the basic concept is very astonishing. Before we get into ALP and its concept, I would like to just talk to you about time. How important time is in all our lives. Time is precious than gold, right? That is what we all have been hearing, saying. But how much of us actually understand the actual meaning of time? Is time really precious only than gold? Gold is just a commodity. It can be purchased, it can be sold, it can be lost, it can be acquired again. But if I am 15 years old or 16 years old, I am in my schooling, best part of my schooling, but I'm very involved with my friends and fun-loving, and I miss that prime time of 15 to 18 years of my education. After 18, what my life becomes cannot be reverted back, right? I will not get that prime time of my life. I would end up in some compromised stage of education. Progressing further, probably I might define my path after realizing, but the lost time is never regained. I could have actually made the best use of this opportunity had I understood the value of time and made the right decision or molded my path accordingly. So time is precious than life, because it's so important to make that decision of education or job or marriage or children or business or anything, buying even a property. Today I'm seeing a property, I'm dilly-dallying, I'm not really convinced about whether to buy or not, should I take loan or not, will I be able to meet up that loan amount or not. And finally, to see in the next 2 months, the property prices would have rised up, and I will not be able to buy that property again, because that is more than what I thought I could even make 2 months before. So even if you are able to make decisions, but making it at the right moment is the key to anyone's success. That is why in the Tamil language we call astrologers Kala Kanidan. That means the mathematician who calculates the time. See, astrologers play a major role for guiding all the professions. That's why it's called Veda Chakshu, because even Vedas take the help of astrology, the planets, the stars, to define a lot of things, what they want to make in the changes in our lives. That is why we have all the experience in our life, isn't it? So it is so important that astrology, astrologer, science, maths, logic, it's all connected. And it is not somewhere else in the 12th world or 13th world as we all imagine. It is all in our reach. And ALP, the advent of ALP has made this possible. This has absolutely been defined by very basic and simple calculation and rules that each one of us can, without much background to astrology, can understand and use in our day-to-day life. Okay, coming now to the point, if you are coming to me as an astrologer for consultation, and I am giving you what are the possible questions you can have in your mind, how would that be? That is without you prompting me. These are the areas your questions will be. This is what is going on in your mind. Wouldn't that be astonishing? Because that is absolutely amazing thing, that it's someone sitting in your head and reading your mind. This is the first lesson of ALP. This is very primary, and the astonishment only continues. It doesn't stop here. So today, myself and my friend Santhakumar is going to help you understand this basic trick and concept of astrology, which looks like magic, but is only a pack of simple basic rules which can be applied. For that, I would first request all our viewers to download our free software. Free ALP software is there. Know your birth Lagna and know your ALP Lagna. So that is the first trick to understanding what is in the opposite person's head or in your own mind. You can understand, like, oh my God, how this, the horoscope reveals itself so clearly, and how is my experience so explicitly defined in my horoscope. This is an amazing revelation, I would say, because that was my first experience, and that was where I got attracted to knowing astrology. And ALP astrology is like unwinded itself in a beautiful manner, that at every aspect of my life I can understand what each change is, why that happens, what are the influences that impacts me, and where I should react, where I should not react, where everything is in my control, where my situations are in other people's control, and how is karma related, where is everything destiny? No, it isn't. There is some part in control. God has given it to us. So we should make the right decisions in life using all these things in an aware fashion. So astrology, and especially ALP astrology, is guiding us in very simple manner to make the best use of your time and manage life efficiently. Everyone cannot be the richest person in this world, but to what maximum capacity I can achieve greatness, I should be able to do it, right? Why should I compromise for something lower? Everyone wants the best in the world, and what best is defined for me, I should be in a position to get it. So I hand it over to Santhakumar sir to throw some insight, and we will discuss further on this basic rule of ALP astrology.
Okay. To start with, what is life? Life is nothing but how long we live, right? And according to astrology, the Vimsotri Dasamsa, right? It shows a lifespan is about 120 years. This 120 years evenly spread out into 12 horoscopical signs. It will give you 10 years of each bhava. And naturally, in every bhava has its own characteristics. Like first Lagna bhava shows your basic general character, your achievements, your health, your head, something like that. And the second bhava shows your finances, your speech, your education, something like that. Okay, so there are 12 characteristics spread over 12 zodiac signs. And astonishingly, 120 years is our lifespan. What our Guruji, Mr. Puduvodu Murthy sir, has correlated with these 12 bhavas and 120 years of lifespan. He found that at the particular age spans, the question arises according to the number from the Lagna where it falls. For example, if a person is in his 30s, his Lagna Bhava, from his basic Janma Lagna, the third house will be related. And what the questions arises at the third house is also related with the third house characteristics. He was so astonished and he started researching in deep inside this, and he found that Lagna, birth Lagna can be moved upon all these 12 bhavas so that the predictions can go accurate. That's where it started, right? And I am going to put upon like this, and we will go through all these 12 bhavas in a general manner so that we can discuss things, right? What a child, when natal is at the age of 0 to 10, what the questions arises to the natal. When the natal doesn't ask the question, their parents ask, right? Naturally, the questions what arises the parents' mind is, will this child will be very healthy? First point. Second point, what they ask, maybe is the parent making good fortune through this childbirth? These are the general questions arises at from the age of 0 to 10, correct? Naturally, these are the things is applied in the ALP when it moves in the first 10 years. That is the Lagna Bhava. We are going to call it as ALP at the starting stage. When it crosses the first Bhava, it may cross in the age of 5 or 3 or 2 or even 1, according to the placement of the Lagna in which Pada it is applied in the Lagna. I am going to give an example. Let us take Sagittarius as our example Bhava, example Janma Lagna. And there are 9 Padas, right? Moolam 1, 2, 3, 4, and Pooradam 1, 2, 3, 4, and Uttradam 1. These are the 9 Padas available in Sagittarius, correct? Let us think when somebody starts his life and his Lagna falls in Moolam 1, right? So he has 10 years time to cross this Sagittarius. Whereas when somebody starts it to Uttradam 1, his life has just 1 year more to complete the Sagittarius, and when he completes 1 year time, he enters into
the second Bhava.
Capricorn. That is second Bhava. What would be the questions at the age of 10 to 20, naturally, madam? When a person goes to an astrologer, what would be his questions?
It is primarily based on his education and his family's financial support for his education. Those are the two primary questions we will encounter in the age of 10 to 20 years. Maybe to some extent the health of the child, because not everyone, as you took Sagittarius as the birth Lagna, if all the children are born in Moola first quadrant, then they would have completed 10, and it will be primarily education related questions in the second Bhava when it is ALP in Capricorn. But if they had started midway, then some amount of children would only be 4 or 5 years old when they get into ALP Capricorn Lagna. So they would have this health related questions, because generally people 0 to 10, they don't come to astrologers until that is a health issue or some downfall in the parents' financial status. They would want to know that after the birth of the child, if there is an impact or what. It is general psychology, but the child doesn't play any role in that. In fact, the parents' horoscope work for the child. The child is dependent on the parents for the food they provide, the shelter they give, and the clothes they wear. Right? The basic 3 instincts of human being is only food, shelter, and clothes, right? So these are the factors. They will be dependent on the parents. So children's horoscope primarily gets activated post 10-year-old, they come only for this reason. So in the second bhava of ALP being Capricorn, the primary question is finances for supporting education of the child and the education what the child will study. Will he become a doctor? Will he become an accountant? Or will he do any other thing? Is the child going to have a creative career? So should they choose that? So those are the primary questions. Some children don't study. So the parents come to know what is the problem. This child is not able to retain whatever he studies before the exam. He studies well, but once he gets to the exam hall, he is not able to perform anything at all. So those kind of people come to us for taking our advice. So this is the second bhava's question, sir.
Okay, coming to the third bhava. Naturally, the age may be around 20 to 30. It may be 15 to 25 also. It depends upon where it starts, naturally, as it has been explained. But still, I'm considering into 20 to 30. The questions may be around the achievements, my higher education. If it is carried forward from the second bhava, it's naturally about higher education, financial positions, family situations, love, achievements, marriage, whether to start a new business. These are the things question arises in the third bhava, right? And it's a very natural. All the questions falls in the third bhava. Third bhava is Dhairya, Virya, Parakrama, Sthana, right? All these things are totally in the third bhava. It's a time to give birth for a new child. So Virya comes there. And Dhairyam means you go for achievements, you go for ventures, you make some progression in your life, financial positions. These are all reflected in your third bhava. So our Guruji thinks this is the right place to think about all these questions. Until otherwise you move the Lagna to here in the birth chart, you are not going to find the exact answers. And astonishingly, when you move the Lagna to here and find the answers from here, the answers are so accurate and precise, which guides our whole life. That's so astonishing. What are the questions you will ask when it goes to the fourth bhava?
For the third bhava, there is one question which I want to add here, sir. It is for like competition related questions. Like if I can appear for IAS entrance exam, or can I apply for higher studies in abroad? Will I get my higher education passed in that? Will I be successful in getting my admission in higher colleges abroad and all? So coming to the fourth bhava, if you see, the primary questions will be related to can I get a house, buy a house, or buy a small property and build a house there, or is it something, can I change my car, or can I get my car fixed because change it? Should I take a loan to buy property? All those questions arise in the fourth bhava. Sometimes it is pertaining to the health of the mother also. To some extent, if there is some problem in their health, it is also little bit question on their sukha bhava. About childbirth and everything. They take some suggestions like should I go for medical help or advice or something like that. So fourth bhava primarily denotes house, property, mother, vehicles, all these, and sukha sthana, all the questions related to that bhava. So when ALP goes to fifth bhava, it will be about child, love, Purva Punyasthana. So it is about their Kula Devata. Some people don't know their Kula Devata. So they come to us asking if they can find their Kula Devata. Is there anything that, some karmic thing is there that they are not able to know which it is, if we can guide them in that area. And it will be about properties in their ancestral places. So should we buy it, or is it better to give that off? Because ancestral property will be split between siblings. So sometimes there are controversies which happen in that bhava. So they come for counseling, knowing what they should be doing. Should they give away? Because there are some fights which happen, which cost lives also sometimes in village kind of places. They get too attached to that ancestral ground that everyone fights for one property. So some person has an advantage over the other. So that time we advise them accordingly to their horoscope that do this or just give away, it's fine. So when the time comes for them, they can also buy a small property and next to their ancestral home, a small piece of land if they want to possess. So those are the thing, and primarily it will be about children related questions. If parents come in the fifth bhava, they will ask about how their children will settle. Can they do, marriage for them? And it is about their anxiety also, mental health. Sometimes they will be in depression, anxiety, they'll have little restlessness. So they will come to us asking suddenly when this bhava changes, all these things happen. If the fifth house lord is in the eighth house, these things will happen. They will feel restless unknowingly. They will just not have answers. Why I'm suddenly feeling very imbalanced in my head and emotionally very, very restless. I feel like crying whenever someone tells me something. Oversensitivity, all these problems occur. At the same time, all good things also happen there. Love marriages questions come here for children. Primarily they'll ask, can my daughter or son is having a love affair and they want to get married, will this choice be right? But we would suggest that if you're going for love marriage, don't get into horoscopes and confuse lot. Because if their minds are aligned, you should just take the nature's way and just leave it there. Because if you see something and you go to break that, that will cause more problem. We say in fifth house, the karmic imprint is there, past karmic imprint. So if someone is loving, it is not from connectivity doesn't happen here. It is something left over. That is why they are clinging on to the same partner now. Though the parents might feel incompatibility there, but that's not the thing. It's their life. Their individual Atman has a path progressively. So you should just leave it to nature to take its course. Over to you, Santhakumar sir, on sixth house.
Okay. When it comes to the sixth house, the age may be around 45 to 55 or 50 to 60, right? At this age, what the questions arises naturally about health issues or the debt issues, or naturally about some court cases, some disputes, or the natural questions for a natal. Why? Because these are the ages you have crossed your middle ages and you have been completed all your commitments, but you have some other unsettled things. This is the first place where you face the previous age, previous birth karmas here. But this can be recovered and it can be settled down at this age. But you need a lot of guidance, and that's why you need to go to an astrologer, or whatever the karmas you did up to 50 also reflects here. So that's the way, that's why we want you to plan your life accordingly so that you don't end up in a bad shape at the age of 60s. Because the child may have married and gone on their own, and you have been left alone to live on your own. So you should be prepared, and you should have a proper blessings to live a better life here, right? These are the questions arises when it comes to the sixth bhava, right? And let us go to the seventh bhava. What are the questions can rise in the seventh bhava?
Seventh bhava is primarily partnership, spouse related questions. See, someone is doing a business, they may want to take retirement, they may want to know, like, is the partner aligned with that, or there might be some disputes with the partners. So they may want to, take some opinion what to do in that situation. It might be related to spouse's health or spouse related questions. Some all social activities is covered under the seventh bhava. So people generally cross 60 and they may want to settle down, take retirement. Those kind of questions also come. Should I continue some service, or can I just take retirement? Will my income be sufficient for running the family? Will my children support me, or should I be independent? Those kind of questions primarily occur in the seventh bhava. Over to the eighth bhava, it is about the second stage of testing of time. For all the karmic imprints we carry, what we couldn't resolve in 6, the nature gives us a second chance if we can. But this will be little with the force, because we have grown a little older. See, at 30 we all think we are heroines, right? By 60 we realize we just are okay, fine. This is how life is going to be, and this is in our bhagya that I am what I am. In 80, that self-confidence also little, shakes a little bit. Okay, fine. Whatever, however it has been all this while, I'll have to accept life. I'm a little bit dependent on people around me. My physical and mental health is not as strong as it was 10 years back, or even 10 months back, I would say, because the deterioration is quite faster as you age, depending on how you have taken care of your mental and physical health. People here, I would like to say, all of you do some physical fitness, take care of your health, good nutrition, do some yoga, spend some time for yourself, because all these things, if you don't do from childhood, doesn't happen at 80 or years. You can't go for suddenly start walking just because your doctor says. Because we meet people in our own family, suddenly at 80 they deteriorate, and to walk inside the house itself is such a pain. But the more they stay stuck to their chairs like couch potatoes, they are only inviting more and more trouble. The eighth bhava will work very strongly. Then you are completely eating medicines as food and food as medicine. So, if you want to enjoy life royally, you should treat your body, because this is the vehicle God has given to experience life. Everyone goes through highs and lows, but you should know where to draw the line, how much of tension you should take in your head and balance your life. So eighth bhava is all about how much you have learned along the path. Have you really transformed? Or are you going to choose to suffer? So it's going to be a little stressful path, but if you're wise and take the proper guidance, you can handle it well. So over to you, Santhakumar sir, for the ninth bhava.
Okay. Eighth bhava is the residues of the previous birth, and you cannot avoid these things. And in fact, as Nithya madam says, until 70, what you do, it's also accumulated there. So it's a combination of the previous birth as well as this birth. So it becomes an unsettled problem without a solution. These are the things you will be facing. If somebody crosses this, that itself becomes a bhagya. That is the ninth house, right? It's a ninth house is a so blessed thing to happen in anybody's life, because they will have their grandchildren in their life. They'll be playing like a child with their own grandchildren. There is a time to transfer all their knowledges as well as their enjoyments and achievements to their youngest generation to pass upon. They will be seeing their legacies of life and enjoying what they have been doing all this for the whole lifetime. These are the things, naturally it becomes the blessing of life. If you cross all the 8th house, it becomes the 9th house, which is bhagya. Everybody should go through this if it happens naturally, if you have accumulated proper blessings from all these 80 years. And over to you, madam, for the 10th house.
For 10th house, it is usually 90 to 100 years old. See, 90 to 100 years old people are itself so cute to see. They are like, real small child with all that innocence. However, they are just their presence in our family is a blessing. We may think that they are not adding value. They may not be assisting us in anything. Primarily, we may think that, it's just that another child I have to take care and all. But please, people, treat them with utmost love and care, because they are blessing in disguise. They are there blessing you all the time, because they don't carry much of any hatred or anything. All they carry in their mind at this age, because they would have seen all the highs and lows of life we are yet to experience. So by that time, they would have already transformed within, and those things don't matter. They would be, completely grounded, and they'd be having all goodwill and blessings only for their kith and kin, and all the children, great grandchildren, and everyone. So as long as they are with you, please take their blessings every day if possible, because that will resolve all your problems in big way, because God is present in all human beings. So that we should all realize. He might be, living with us in the form of old people. So the more you respect, the more you give care and concern, that soul will be so happily blessing you all the time. And as long as they are there, they will be only a blessing and an asset to you. So make the best use of it, because at that age, they wouldn't have any much questions at all. They would be like, just happy, go lucky. However the life is, they will just be happy. So it's for the younger generation who's taking care of them to take care, good care of these people, and seek their blessings at all walks of life. Over to you, Santhakumar sir, for the 11th house.
11th and 12th, most of the people don't go across this. But still, if you are blessed enough, that's itself is a achievement, happiness, enjoyment. And you even would have seen your grandchildren living. You don't have any worries. You have more memories than worries, and you will be enjoying. It's a profit of your life, right? It's a profit, a house of profit, as well as your life's profit. We can say like that, and you will be enjoying every minute, and it is a blessing, and you will be in a divine thinking capacities, and your improvements will be towards your moksha. And naturally, the 12th house is about moksha, and the give back to your world what you have been taken all these years, and that's the time to give back. So it's also in the 12th house, and 12th house is also about moksha. Let me conclude all these 12 bhavas like this. It's a lifespan of 120 years, and it has been spread over all the characteristics of the 12th house. And it also relates with the age factor of the life. So our Guruji, Mr. Poduri Murthy, has taken this into consideration, and he has put the Lagna as a moving factor, and he put the name as ALP point. ALP point, where it denotes, the question will arise according to the house. Let us put like this: the Janma Lagna is Aquarius, and right now the age is 40, and it falls, and the ALP Lagna falls in Taurus. The question will arise around about mother, vehicles, properties, home, comfort. These are the questions will arise in a natal's life. Considering like this, it's so easy enough to identify what the purpose customer can come to a astrologer to find the questions. When the question is identified, the answer is so simple enough to answer. That's the way he has designed his pattern of methodology. Okay. Do you want to add anything else, madam?
In fourth house, we also these days see little late marriages, right? So they come to us for asking for marriages also. So that is another one point I wanted to add here. And I also would like our viewers to post comments after downloading the software and seeing with all the guidance we had given in the last 20-25 minutes, if you are able to find your questions and is it in alignment with, what question you have in mind. So do post us in your comments. So we would love to know if you are able to identify it. So the first secret revealed to you. So there are many more in ALP. So if you'd like to join us and learn this art, you should reach us in our telephone numbers of our office or visit us at www.alpastrology.com. So we can throw some light and enlighten you in our classes to learn more and reveal your own truth to your own self. What more can you ask for to know the Google map of your life? Make the right choices, make the right decisions, and live life happily. King size, I should say. Live life king size in your capacity. So this is the value of, you just touched a little bit of ALP. There are so much of surprises along the way. Every day will be a miracle unrevealing. It's astonishing. The journey cannot be explained. It has to be experienced. Our sir used to say, Unarvadum Unarthuvadum. So, Unarvadu means in Tamil to experience. You have to experience. How can abstract thing be told and explained? So, we have tried our best to explain to you, but the best will reveal itself when you do it yourself, because you know your life journey, you know what is in store and what you would like to be. So, it's all in your choice, in your hands. Nature is just touching your lives by making you realize there is a science like this. So it's what you want to do with it. And, if you want to know more, do reach us out. Fine. Do we have time for a live chat, sir, or shall we?
No, we'll do it one more day so that
okay, sir.
Let's complete our process today.
Fine. So for the tip of the day, I just have to say, if your ALP Lagna is Taurus, so if you have financial situations or any loans, or you want to increase your finances, these people should certainly visit Tirupati Balaji. So he is the god of wealth, and this people will benefit more, because we generally hear people saying that someone told me to go to Tirupati, I went there, but nothing happened. I went to other temples, someone suggested, nothing happened. But ALP guides you thoroughly. Who has to go to which temple? So that person gets the maximum benefit. Well, you can go to take the blessings of God, but if you have an agenda in mind, and you want to, experience that benefits in your Kundali, you should go to the right temple at the right time. So going to Tirupati Balaji and visiting him will make progressive path in your finances. And if you have loans also, it might help you find a way, figure out a way to resolve it. So this is for the tip of the day. So with this, we wind up the program for today. Is there anything that you want to add up here, Santhakumar sir?
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure, madam. Actually, 10 years is a very big span of life to ask questions, but we want every day and month or year the changes are there. We are given the tip of the book actually for you to consult how this works. But the accuracy goes deep. Even to the 10 minutes of accuracy, we can do that in ALP. For example, for every year, the 10 years is divided along the 9 padas of nakshatras available in that zodiac sign. And each, the 10 years divided by 9 gives you 1 year, 1 month, and 10 days of time. So a prediction can be given for a 1 year, 1 day, 10 days. 1 year, 1 month, and 10 days. So that 9 into 1 year, 1 month and 10 days give you 10 years of time. Even for that 1 year, there are subdivisions which can give you accurate predictions. For example, let us take somebody comes in sign of Capricorn, and the ALP point falls in Tiruvonam 2. The question will be about marriage or love. Despite the age has to be considered, if it all it is between 20 and 30, the question will be very naturally about love and marriage. These are so simple enough to identify the questions. The answer will be derived from the position of the planets. That's it. So the question, when the question is out, the answer is so easy to answer, right? That's how it works. So it's very interesting. So we request you to download our Simmalagna can go to Tirupati. No, actually, it's particularly for the Rishabhalagna to go because the Rogini Nakshatra is there and it is related with the Tirupati. It's Chandra's accelerated point. So that's why we recommend Tirupati as a solution for Rishabha. Rishabha has a challenge because it's Sukran's home, and Sukran has 2 homes, actually 2 houses. One is Rishabha and one is Tulam, that is Taurus and Libra. These 2 houses has a 6 and 8 combination from each other. So when it goes in Taurus, that is Rishabha, the natural thing is the natural is himself responsible for his debts, health challenges, and that's why you need a solution for himself. He need to realize himself, otherwise he cannot change and he cannot find a solution. When he goes to Tirupati, it's not about going to Tirupati. He need to realize going there that he is the responsibility for his needs. When he realizes and when he tries to change his attitude and approach towards his life, his solutions will fall apart naturally. That's the solution we want to provide. Okay, there are so accurate things to be discussed, which cannot be revealed everything here. In coming days, we will be trying to give you a few tips on these things like this. But we want to give an idea how it works. ALP is nothing deviated from Vedic astrology or traditional astrology. In fact, it enhances. In fact, it evolved. It's a method which has evolved from the basic Vedic astrology and giving so precise, accurate methodologies, predictions. When it comes to a Vedic thing, it may have been in the earlier stages also, but they didn't have the software thing to calculate for each and every year. So they may have skipped all these things. Whereas nowadays, you can predict all things in your software. It's so made easy enough to skip all the mathematical calculation. So it's easy enough to go for the predictions.
Okay. Santosh Kumar sir, I think your question is answered. See, all of you can go to Tirupati, but if someone is looking to resolve their financial issues, Taurus will benefit the most. So, but basically, these tips are just given to make you understand that making the right decisions and right temples will benefit you. That is one thing, and we will see furthermore for the other lagnas, which is best, which is more beneficial in the coming episodes to go. So do follow us every day on SiddharBoomi Live to get more insights on what is best for all the 12 lagnas. Yeah. With this, we wind up.
One more question. Mrs. Sudha Dira is asking this question about what solution is in separated husband and wife. What we suggest is you need to ask forgiveness with your mother. Your mother forgiveness will give you a lot of solution. it may be thinking like a magic you'll be facing now. So you need to wholeheartedly get your forgiveness from your mother, which will give you solutions towards your married life. Whether the husband or wife, doesn't matter. Your mother is the deciding factor. The karma comes from your mother. If you can't speak with your mother, or if your mother is no more, you can do it from your Atma's level. Atmartma செஞ்சீங்கன்னா டெஃபினட்டா அதுக்கான சொல்யூஷன் கட்டாயமா இருக்கு. இது பண்ணா போதும், மீதி எதுவும் தேவையில்லை. அண்ட் யூ நீட் டு ரியலைஸ், எஸ், இட்ஸ் ஒன் ஆஃப் மை வீக்னஸ், வேர் இட் மே பி மை loose talk or harsh words or my deeds. When you realize and forgive yourself, right? And you need to ask your forgiveness from your mother, particularly when it relates to your husband-wife relationships. Thank you for the opportunity. We have been so thankful to you for listening us very patiently. We are not good in English. Maybe we not be good in English, but we want to communicate whatever possible to you through our language to you, to reach out the best thing what we have with us. We want you to support more and spread the word about our ALP astrology as much as you are possible, so that even the language should not be a barrier to reach them, right? So download the software. It's a free software, so that you can identify your ALP Lagnas. We want you to identify your ALP Lagnas first, so that we can answer your questions very easily. We don't want you to put your date of birth. We don't want you to put your Janma Lagna or birth chart, because this is no more related with us to find your accurate answers. So that's why we ask you to download the software, put your birth details inside that, and find your ALP Lagna and ALP Nakshatra Pulli, Nakshatra point. When you can give this, we can give you more answers, so that the accuracy will be more precise. Over to you, Nithya madam, and thank you all for listening patiently. Thank you.
Hope you all enjoyed the show today, because this is the first magic reveal. Do post your comments about what is your birth lagna and what is your, your ALP lagna, that if you have identified and your question is matching. Yeah, we would love to know that if you have understood whatever we have tried to, enlighten you today. So see you tomorrow for more insights on ALP. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Santhakumar sir, for your company in this conversation. Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, madam. Have a good day.
Recording stopped.